the team and all of the players. I think to get to this stretch in the season, to get to a Final Four, and to really put their hearts into a game. Admittedly, we didn't play great today, but I have to give Syracuse all the credit in the world. I think they played incredibly well. They were physical, they were tough and strong, and they made it really hard for us to find our rhythm. But it wasn't out of a lack of effort on our part, or discipline, or effort. You know, we were prepared coming in, and again, I give Syracuse all the credit in the world for jumping out to a lead and really having a very dominant game all over the field. So hard to see in season end, but I have only pride and love for the girls on the team. They couldn't have done more for us.
Questions for the coach, for the student athletes?
Julie, you had talked about how your team had improved since the regular season game with Syracuse. Have they improved as well, and what's different about them now than back in March?
Yeah, I think Syracuse played one of their best games of the season. So, of course, at this point of the year, everyone's supposed to be playing better than you did in the winter months of February. But I do think that their best players were impossible to stop, between Alyssa Murray and Kayla Trainer, and they had a bunch of other defenders that really stepped up big as well. I mean, I think their best players played great, and that's exactly what you need to be able to win a championship. I thought Morgan did an awesome job with Kayla Trainer. We knew she was going to do some damage, but really Alyssa Murray stepped up big when they needed it. So I think Syracuse played their best game.
When Gary was out here, he was saying they were surprised that you guys didn't slide and double team Trainer and Murray. What kind of went into that decision to employ that kind of strategy?
Well, I think we were supposed to slide, but what they did so well early on in the game is they were hitting those cutters coming off the stack, so it made our biddies and our other defenders that were defending the stack just a little bit gun shy. They were a little bit nervous to leave, to go to that slide, because they were scoring over the top. We had Katie Webster came over top a couple of times. I think one of the Lacrosse kids did as well. And they did it early, so it just kind of got in our head and it rattled us a little bit, and it made us hesitate just enough to that slide that it wasn't effective.
Kelly, what were they doing well defensively today? I know you got 3 goals, but kind of shut down your offense as a whole.
Well, we knew they were going to be playing a backer for defense, so we practiced that all week, just quick ball movement and not letting it rattle us. But I think they pressed out on us more than we expected, so the feeds in were a little hard because we were so far out on attack. So, I mean, that was a little tough for us, but I think once we got a rhythm down on a few possessions, we were able to find the open girl, which was occasionally me in the middle, but not enough times.